Hello everybody, it's Peter, it's Friday. After last week's little contemplation of the drag queen who won Eurovision Song Contest, I've got 3 stories for you about dressing up, which get more and more interesting, and then a funny story about not dressing up, okay? The first is goes back a way to Star Trek fans called Trekkies. I went to an exhibition in London of Star Trek stuff, sets, costumes, the Borg, and visitors in costume, which is something I had never known about. Okay, that was fun. My friend explained to me that that's what happened, and that's all right. But about 2 hours later, on the other side of London, a man and woman couple, whom we'd noticed in the exhibition, were sitting opposite us in a restaurant. We freaked. We really, really freaked, because clearly they teleported themselves there. So it wasn't just costume, they controlled the technology as well. Takes me to Tokyo, place I love, and CosPlay. Now, in Tokyo there's a district called Denki Town, Electric City, which is where people buy all their electronics and stuff. Akihabara is its proper name. And I went there once to a maid cafe. Now, a maid cafe is where groups of teenage boys go in gangs, okay, to be challenged to drinking games by pretty girls in the most ridiculously short and wide skirts. And as part of the drinking challenge, the girl humiliates them. There's no other word for it. But as a reward, of course, while she changes the equipment, they get to see her knickers. When you're 17, this is a big deal, okay? But because it's humiliation, I did see one poor lad who, in spite of half a bucket of alcohol, was clearly aroused by these pretty girls. And where a barmaid in England, I think, would say, "Oh, you're a big boy," she mocked the size of his junk and questioned what he could ever do with it, to much to the amusement of everybody else. This is Japan, after all. Now, for some devotees of manga and anime, of course, they dress up at the weekends in the same area in their alter egos. For also the tourist cameras, it is a big deal. And the otaku have elaborate costumes and makeup from various movies and books and so on. And I think in a country where everybody's dressed so formally, as I am, this is my ridiculous work costume, there's a thought. It's quite a healthy release, isn't it, to innocently dress up. Is there a sexual element? Well, there certainly was with the boys looking up the girls' skirts and having their erections mocked, but otherwise I don't know. But talking of sexual elements, true devotees of manga and anime in England might be quite shocked, or the US, at the quantity of books and toys and models available in vast underground Tokyo bookshops, where the explicitness of the romantic love between sometimes same-sex couples, sometimes not, very young, how to pleasure your 12-year-old, is really quite shocking. And if you try to import those things back into England, I'm sure in the US, they'd A, be confiscated by customs, and you'd be arrested as a paedophile. Quite interesting. Finally, if you've got used to the idea of Trekkies and CosPlay, which I know happens a lot in the UK as well, finally, my media advisor in Germany tells me about the Furries. Now, I put a link down below because I'd never heard of the Furries. Adults who dress up in costumes of animals that have fur, related surely to the otaku, but not the wild Japanese thing, where the hairstyles and so on, the colours are extreme. And I guess it's pretty innocent. So, that's all right. So, takes me finally to undressing, a funny story. A woman friend of mine who's a bit older than I am, we went one day on the Atlantic coast of France to a wonderful beach, 17 miles long, for a midday picnic. We set it all up, and so on. Now, the French, as you may know, don't go to the beach until the afternoon. You may also know that the middle section of a French beach, even a 17-mile beach, is the naturist section, and the middle of the naturist section is the gay naturist section. Now, I didn't know these things, and neither did she. So after about an hour, we kind of got through the first bottle of champagne. We're suddenly being surrounded by fit, buff, toned, 25-year-old, I guess largely French men, gay men, stripping off, being affectionate and cuddly and what have you, around us. My friend blanked it out. She didn't see a single man. I'm trying not to stare and behave myself. And to this day, she's never, ever mentioned it. I just think that's so funny. So, whether you're dressing up this weekend or undressing this weekend, if the weather is good enough, and so on, enjoy with friends and family, and comment below, subscribe, like, have a look at my Tumblr, and I'll see you next Friday. Bye.